So I started on this run yesterday and was kind of just derping my way through it. And a couple interesting things happened that I feel like are worth sharing. See, the run began with plus 15 or whatever max HP, 14 max HP, which is not bad. It was really good. I got Smiling Mask, Bird Face Urn, which is like telling you maybe consider doing powery things. But it was a pretty mediocre start, and I seem to remember being down to like lowish HP at some point. Also, the deck itself, I think I didn't get a lot of card choices that I wanted, so it was low on block, and I was taking more damage than I liked. Dreamcatcher did not excite me. I took a random face, and I happened to get good face at the end of combat, raise your max HP by 1. So, okay, kind of a combo with this, definitely a bit of a mini heal thing going. I got Bottle Lightning before I had anything good to bottle, but Chaos Plus was the closest to a defense card in that category that was worth using, and yeah, it was a stupid decision, but I did that. Prayer wheel. So Act 1 felt pretty lackluster. My artifacts weren't carrying through my deck, and I felt low tilt on block. And then this happened. I was offered Snecko Eye, Tiny House, or what was it? It was like I don't even remember. It was I remember it being so bad that it was like for me that there was no way I was gonna take it or something similar. It was definitely not something I was excited about, but I don't remember what it was. But it was definitely not an energy relic, not a capacitor, not some kind of really strong choice. So I'm not usually a Snecko fan, and my deck at that point was upgraded Zap, upgraded multi dual cast. So that's one cost down to 0 for both, which is essentially a complete waste, right? I did have the Chaos, which is a one coster, and I think I had Lightning Strike maybe, which is a one coster, and everything else was just basic cards that were left over, which were all one costers. So Snecko Eyes being confused was a strict nerf in my head at that point. There are no cards I want. But oh, I no no, I think I had also picked up Meteor Strike in the card offering at that point. But I figured, Meteor Strike in a 12 card deck, right? I can probably work around the Snecko, and the draw too is nice because that was the other thing. I had a curse in my hand at the time that was taking up one of my starting card slots, and that was a real bummer because I wasn't drawing enough to deal with. Was that this run? Maybe that was last run. Anyway, whatever. I was suffering for my starting card choices. So the idea of drawing an extra 2 cards to hit the defense was nice. But there are 3 issues. Firstly, I misread Snecko Eye. I thought that Snecko Eye was draw 2 at the start of your turn. Turns out it's start at the start of your turn, not your first turn of the game. Every turn. So my hand size is irrelevant as I'm cycling through 7 cards at a time. This is nuts. Second, shortly thereafter, I got the ice cream. Ice cream plus Meteor Strike, where the Meteor Strike is guaranteed to cost 3, 2, 1, not 4, 5, right? It's really, really good. It's really, 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 really good. So just on the strength of those cards being in my deck, I just started throwing in stuff strictly thinking of what the value of the card was, not the price of the card. Cards that give me energy and let me draw more cards, cards that let me draw more cards, cards that let me redraw 0 costers, which can be a random assortment. I managed to get 2 of those, upgrading my powers, and oh yeah, because of Bird Faced Urn and Creative AI, I just leaned into powers because I effectively can full heal between every fight. I eventually took Fusion Hammer, which is going to cost me here. And I'm up against the anti-power boss, but man, I have been stomping the game. So I went ahead and took the 3 parts for the heart fight, and this is going to be fun. Come in and watch me destroy the heart with Snecko. Do I take either of these, actually? Um, man, game music is rather loud. Let me see if there's a way I can lower that a little bit. I think a 2 cost recycle is awful. A 1 cost or 0 cost recycle is okay, but not great. Recursion is only good if it's free. Hologram, on the other hand, can get me a critical piece back, or a energy making piece back, or anything. First turn is always the most scary, but in this situation, it's kind of the most broken because I've got a 0-0 combo thing going right now. So here's what we're gonna do. We got 6 energy to work with. I don't need these for this fight. Let's open with Scrape to see if I can dig some more 0 costers for my all-in-one. Huh. Did we just win the game? No, this is Infinity. Dang it, I think we just won. This is all hail Snecko, but I think we just won. Because what we do is we go all for one, pull back this boy, pull back all for one, pull back this boy, cycle orbs, pull back all for one, and we just keep doing this until we have infinity energy from orb cycling, infinity damage from all for oneing, infinity I did not even plan this. This is just the power of Snecko with the cards that are designed to work with Snecko. You never know what will turn into an infinity combo with all for one. And if your all for one hits 0, it is dangerously close to letting you go quasi infinite or totally infinite already. And if you have a couple all for ones, it's very likely. But even if you only have one and you're drawing through your deck reasonably quickly or shuffling it back in often enough. All right, we need to slow down here a little bit because ironically, the best move here might actually be Compile Driver so that I can start setting up for later. Heat Sinks is not going to let me draw more cards, is it? Nothing here will let me draw cards? Okay, then. I could hologram back for another Compile Driver. That will eventually be the correct choice. Oh, I could pull out Defrag, actually. That would also work. I'm not sure I think what the maximum amount of setup I can get done this turn is. Probably we go Heat Sinks. We'll do one more cycle. Just kill him off completely so that he can't actually gain any more energy. All right, and this time we can either take a risk of not drawing what we want or guaranteed play something we like. We do this because it also gives us a card draw. Not what we want, but what are you gonna do? Knock that guy out. Charge up. Yeah, that just happened. That just happened. Um, okay, good game because this is in my hand. uh, all right, we good here. Boom. This thing again. Here you go. And by the way, this can be emulated, this particular loop with Madness. Um, if you get just 2 holograms and a Madness, you can reduce a Madness event. You can reduce the cost of all for one to 0, and then reduce the other all for one to 0, and then just go infinite with it. But there are other ways to win. This is getting a little frustrating to have to do all this clicking just to do menial damage. There's definitely other ways to win this, but I like the idea of winning in one turn with infinity of everything. If I were to play Reboot, I could get another whole deal, but it would break this infinite combo completely. Donk. Well, max HP, max HP. Yeah, this deck is definitely capable of stomping Act 4. So let's have some fun with it. We've got money aplenty, so the shop might be interesting. I would take a compile driver. I tend to have enough energy to trigger it, and drawing cards becomes important very quickly. Skill upgrades, don't play attacks, get rid of. Ooh, this is super good. Potion wise, none of these matter that much. Card wise, none of these matter, but they cost 0. This combat doesn't help against Snecko. Paying for the privilege of drawing a card, I'd rather just draw the other card. An extra hollow could be nice. And I'm also super rich, so probably we just buy everything. Is the actual correct answer. Cards I never want to see are basic strikes, basic blocks at this stage, I would say, are probably the lowest on my totem pole. We definitely buy that. We definitely buy that. Even if I don't care, it's not going to hurt. And you never know. Maybe there is a turn I just go pure skillsies. We wanted the hollow. And at 150 gold, is there anything else? There's not. Blessing of the Forge or now 3 Thorns is really good against the heart. Liquid Memories is a better survival skill. I think we're good here. 154 gold unspent. All right, this is it. Biggest opportunity for things to go wrong in the game. And they didn't. Okay. Oh yeah, if I had known that Snecko applied to your bottled card, I would 100% have bottled Hyperdriver. Because that's the card you always want to hit. I think the correct move here is going to be draw 2 cards. Oh, well, there you go. Now we Lightning. All for 1 to get back Lightning. Lightning again pushes this through for 5, 7 block out of 10. And then Fission. Okay. So we're full blocked. We can afford to go full out for broke here, whatever that looks like. If I pay 3 to hollow back all for 1, I could pay 1 for a zap, or I could pay 3 to hollow back all for 1, and then all for 1 back the ball lightning and ball lightning. But the whole point is to set up a compile driver. So probably I don't want to do that. Probably I just want to take it slow. 1 and compile driver. And we'll save our energy here. Game, why are you so good to me? So we've got a 0 cost all for 1 and a 0 cost hologram. Do you know what that means? That's right. At the absolute minimum, we now have infinite block for this turn. Should be careful. How many 0 costers are there in here? 1, 2. So I'm not going to flood my hand. No, okay, we're good. Let's see if we can kill you. Oh, and we have infinite attack. So did we just win the game? Yeah, we just won the game. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and throw this in here. Just in case I screw something up, it'd be nice to have a bunch of free energy. I screamed free energy. Even if all for 1 costs a little bit. Sorry, hologram cost a little bit. Oh, I messed it up. See? It was good to plan ahead. Just in case I screwed things up that didn't have to be screwed up. It's about as fast to kill as possible. No. These are all amazing cards, but for specific the last act boss, when I already have a chill plus and a boot sequence, I don't need it. Um, skip that. Power potion. I would rather take a card from trash over a random power. So we're good here. Not an ideal start, but I can definitely work with it. If I Chaos Plus to go to 3 orbs, I can draw 3, gain 3. That's plenty. So let's go ahead and get some block to deal with the beat of the heart. To the beat of my heart. I think 5 energy, draw 3 is correct. Oh, it's way more than 5 energy. That gets evoked. Good. Creative AI is how we scale for every aspect of the fight. Are there zero costers? Yeah, it's worth getting back actually. There's energy is fine. I definitely want that. Pay to get back. Chaos orbs to fill out my orbs, please. Bring that back. It's a pretty reasonable first turn. It's a lot of cards I don't want in there now. But 36 damage to block will be child's play, so good. Also, that hologram is free. Didn't I have another good freebie in there? No, I've got a one coster. That's pretty good though. I can go a long way with that. Let's start by playing some blocks so that we can still have a shot at getting infinity. Uh that's a no-brainer. I should have done this first, so it was some brainer. um at 7 energy we play that anyway. Yeah. Okay, the card we most want right now is draw 3. If I take the all for one and play it, I'm pulling back Charge Battery and Glacier, which are very cool but don't do what I actually need. But we're doing that because it lets me do this. So I get it back at the cost of 1 energy, and I overcharge next turn's energy even further. Where's all for one? There it is. So get a little bit of a hit. Charge up. Charge up. Net loss is 1 energy each cycle. Uh, doing this again doesn't really help me enough. I would rather not deal 6 damage. So we could do here is retain this for next turn. Nah, just bet it all. Pile driver. Okay, bad bet. You're cute. I want to take you home like a little puppy. Okay, how do we win here? Well, we'll start with the obvious. Try for full. Since we're trying for a full perfect, we're gonna have to put some block on. And the card we get back is going to have to be. I mean, all for one is the obvious choice. All right, 2 more cards as freebies. Now we can play as many cards as we like. We're basically there. Okay. We can dig with white noise for more potential zero costers. The more likely than not, we're gonna discard some status effects, which is really good. But that costs a lot of energy. We need to cycle this energy through this turn. And we need to play out some of the schmutz from my hand. So with the mandate like that, I need to be able to fit 1, 2, 3 cards. That means I need to play at least 1 or 2 cards. Echo Form's going to be one of the cards I play, so let's play it. Now I can hold 3 cards. And now I can push through energy, charge for next turn. I don't want to pay 3 to scrape yet, but I will in one more cycle of gaining energy off of this combo. Push all that energy through. Charge battery. Now if I hollow back the Meteor Strike, we are loaded to bear. And now we can just close out the turn by playing as many powers as I have energy for. Yeah, that was very solid. It was a very solid turn. I'm going to draw all the status effects this turn, but he's not going to do anything, so it's totally okay. Also, I can do this now, apparently. Oh, that doubles. What a pain. Oh, no. I cost myself the perfect run by not blocking first. You know what? No. No, 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 no. I want my perfect heart. I'm totally going to be able to play that. Let's just do it and be done with it. For the memes, man. Boom. That's good. Draw. Good. And bullseye, of course. There's no way to charge this thing any further, huh? Yes, that. And that. Big turn next turn. Okay, open with block. Let's not forget ourselves this time. Uh-huh. Cost 2. I mean, obviously it's going to be a bit of a different fight. That's fine. I am confident in my ability to win this fight in almost any confirmation. Oh, right. I forgot to do this. It's going to be a very different fight. Okay, we got buffer exactly when we would have needed a buffer, so good. Oh, almost forgot. Block first. Yeah, that's the block we use. No question. We're retaining this, so I don't feel the need to play anything else here. I'm full blocked. I've got my ice cream. This is the only thing you can make an argument for, and 2 energy for a ball lightning is terrible. Okay, this is an amazing hand. Let's start by getting 14 block so that I can play cards for the whole turn. I'm definitely playing more than 5 cards, so it's worth it. And then we'll just Meteor Strike. Sadistic Nature. Meteor Strike. I only have 3 energy. That's bad. And no way of gaining more. Unless I can somehow push all that through now. Glacier gets it to the front. But nothing gets it all the way through. What if I... Oh no, I literally don't have the energy. Damn. Well, if you can't, you can't. Stupid ether. Alright. Okay. Very good hand, actually. What we need here is open block. For sure. We want to declare that this fight will end in 4 turns. Because it probably will. So yeah, we're gonna go open with this block. No, that's fine. Yeah, open with this block. Bias cog. All right, we are full blocked. We'll get rid of the unplayable stuff. Now we have energy for days. We will secret technique the reboot. Echo form because it's a generically great card always. And do it again. Let's see what gets Snecko. This is like a whole new deck now because we have no idea what the cost of anything is going to be. Could be that this round Meteor is too expensive. We'll see. What I do know is retain makes a lot of sense here. Because right now I definitely have enough block. Would I pay 2 energy to retain? Probably not. I've got this. I'd rather lose this than retain and be down 2 energy for next turn. Oh yeah, definitely the right call. We're gonna begin by pushing through defense for the game. But now, Meteor Strike, defend, trip. We need to clear this hand, actually, to make space for the insanity that's about to land on us. Hologram back, a... All for one. Glacier. Meteor Strike. Defend. Blah, blah, blah. Hollow back. All for one. Push it through. Glacier. Meteor Strike. Defend. Hollow back. All for one. All for one. Glacio. Meteor Strike. Defend. Alright, so we have ourselves an interesting loop here. A loop that will net me infinity energy, net him infinity vulnerable, and very quickly cap out on the damage per turn maximum. And I'm pretty sure his next turn is a defensive turn, so... Or sorry, is a ramp-up turn. If only I had calipers, man. Okay, it looks like he's damage capped for the turn. So we'll end this how? Let's get these powers out of our hand for sure. Oh, perfect. We will end with everything in hand and hollowing that back so that we can definitely just go off again next turn. And that should be game. I messed that up. I was going to do that on purpose in the end, but it's not there yet. No problem. I'm just going to do this. Yeah, that just happened. It's got to be all for one, right? Yeah, it's just got to be all for one here. Because that opens me up to doing this. Oh, he died. Him dying was almost an afterthought at this point. Perfect heart, man. Doesn't happen often. Perfect heart and with Snecko. Uh but Snecko plus ice cream is just it's so good. And the beauty is I didn't get to know that that was gonna happen. I just had to build around a Snecko that I was more or less forced to take. But man, that was so worth it. That was really fun. All right, well, that was cool. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I enjoyed playing it. My streak extends now and it's gotten kind of nutty. I mean, not compared to a pro or anything, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 defect wins in a row. Yeah, hell yes. Um, Coolio. I'll probably jump back in and do some crawl at some point, but until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next.